Good stuff. Yes, Hassan. Yes, Andrew. How you doing, fellas? This is what I'm doing, man. I'm feasting on some dark chocolate. As you guys know, I'm a big fan. And the only coffee shop that's open is Starbucks. So I got myself a caramel cortado. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Adib. Shout out to Adib. Was not feeling going to the gym, but I still went. Same here, bro. I had one of those days today. I was like, really? Do I feel like it? And then I just had probably one of my best leg days in a long time. You know what I'm saying? Obviously warmed up with some tarawih, you know what I'm saying, at the mosque, and then hit legs after. Any upcoming YouTube vids? Yes, my brother. Man, I've just been so busy doing a few things, man. Recording content for the course that I released, the day trading course. I've just been sorting out a few things in my personal life. But yes, I miss making videos every day. So the grind will resume, fellas. Most likely from this weekend. I'm going to start uploading daily videos again. Rest day for me today. Walked 5 miles though. Smashed it, bro. At least you got moving. Yo, Ali, when learning to become a profitable trader, what ways can I make money to fund my trading career? Well, I mean, the most important thing is that you educate yourself, right? You learn one particular strategy. You don't have shiny object syndrome and want to jump from one YouTube video to another. That's why I recommend purchasing a course because it narrows your focus. It packages everything in one place. You know, a lot of us are distracted. Oh, but this guy said I should do it. This guy said that's why pick one person, learn from him, and then back test stuff. I was going to swear there, but YouTube might demonetize you, and it's Ramadan. Just back test the heck out of that strategy, man. If you don't know what back testing is, just go back in time and trade the market from 10 years ago, 5 years ago. Be really good at executing your strategy. These are things I discuss in the course. How old are you? I am 27. I've been saying I'm 28 recently quite a lot. I'm turning 28 in May. But when people ask me how old are you, I'm 28, 27. You know, I'm forgetting my old age here. What do you do on what days at the gym? So I do upper, lower, cardio, upper, lower. Okay. So when I say upper, I mean chest, shoulders, some back action. You know what I mean? And obviously lower means legs. Ali, bro, what do you feel like talking about today? You always on here answering chat questions. Why don't you talk about something you've been doing recently? Well, I mean, I enjoy talking with the people. You know, I'm saying you guys are like brothers to me. So it's good to jump on here and have a chat. In terms of things I've been doing recently, man, as I mentioned, I've just been recording content for the day trading course that I released. I've got a few things in the pipeline for the office as well. I've been purchasing some nice stuff for it. I'll show you guys at another time, actually, because I can't be asked to turn around. Bought some nice bit of art over there, a nice antique sideboard. And a coffee machine is going to be coming soon as well, straight after Ramadan. Do you know what I mean? Because right now I can't be using it really unless it's nighttime. Um, yeah, I've been doing good, man. I've been doing good. Working on my Jaguar, as the Americans call it. So yeah, man, things have been going well. Alhamdulillah, I'm healthy. That's the most important thing, man. Man, I miss those YouTube videos. Can't wait for the new vids, bro. They are astonishing. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. And I like how you use the word astonishing as well. My man. Yeah, man, the videos are coming. They're gonna make a nice comeback. You know what I'm saying? Because this time last year, at this point, I would have uploaded probably about 100 videos. So yeah, man, I've got some catching up to do here. So don't get sick of my face if you see me 5, 6 times a day on your feed. Okay, I'm going to be making all kinds of videos. So yeah, make sure you turn the post notifications on, guys. What advice would you give to guys who can't get it up? Okay, so I'm by no means a medical professional. If it's something that has been ongoing for a few months, then you may need to see a doctor. Um, your lifestyle choices will impact your libido, absolutely. If you're overweight, okay, you've got estrogen running through your body in high quantities. Don't get me wrong, we all have a little bit of estrogen, right? But if you're overweight, your testosterone is lower than it should be, usually. The lower your body fat, the higher the testosterone in your body. So, just clean up your diet, man. Hit the gym, lift some weights. That helps as well. And cut out the PRN as well. Cut out the explicit content because sometimes that programs you to only get erect when you watch a specific kind of scene. That's the messed up thing about it, man. And that's why a lot of guys, when they're in a relationship, they can't get up when their woman is in front of them because they're so programmed to watching videos that that's the only way they can get it up, you know? Do you like Ben and Jerry cookie dough ice cream or a nice bit of Ferrero Rocher dark chocolate with a nice coffee? Choice is yours. You know what? Those are some excellent suggestions, I must say. Um, in terms of Ben and Jerry's, I like cookie dough. It's nice. But I think my favorite is it's a tough one, actually. It's between the chocolate brownie and the peanut butter with Reese's chocolate. That's a nice one. The other week, I had a whole tub, 1,350 calories, and I didn't regret it one bit. I was like, you know what, man? I deserve this. Bro, I'm lucky to see your face 5, 6 times a day. I appreciate you, my bro. So yeah, guys, the title of today's live is "Design the Life That You Desire." I truly believe you are the architect of your own dreams. A lot of guys are passive, always waiting for somebody to come with some suggestion, with a bit of advice before they change their life. Fellas, you got to get sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I'm saying this as somebody who has been through some rough patches in life. I realized that, you know what, man? Nobody is coming to save you. You got to get off your ass, man. If something is important, if something means a lot to you, prove it, man. Do you really want this or is it just talk? Because look, nothing changes if nothing changes. If you don't get up and aggressively pursue that goal, it will never happen. It will never, you can kiss it goodbye. And a lot of guys watch other people become successful. And they're always like, oh man, and they feel sad inside because it's not them. It could be you, man. You don't always have to be a spectator. Enough clapping for other people. That's great. And I want you to be a very positive person and wish others well. Don't be a hater. Okay. I don't want you to be someone that spews bullshit or negative comments at somebody who's doing better than you. There's a reason he's doing better. Don't try and justify it and be like, well, it's because his family's. No, we take 100% responsibility for our life. Wish another guy well, because when you wish somebody else prosperity and abundance, it will find its way to you if you grind hard. See, the law of attraction is something that is very misunderstood. A lot of people think it's just a case of just speaking what you desire. That's one part of the equation. But then you got to back it up with real action. You got to sit down, man. You got to have a journal. You got to have a journal, man. You got to write in this journal every day. You got to be focused. You got to be deliberate. You got to be intentional. Nobody becomes a success by accident. Oh, snap. How did I get here? Nobody gets a six pack accidentally, man. It is through rigorous training and an extremely disciplined nutrition plan. And it takes time. You see, a lot of guys will do something for a couple of weeks because it's easy to do. Everybody can do something for a couple of weeks, right? But after that, people start slipping off. people start, most people quit. And this is when it comes to trading. This is when it comes to transforming their body physically. Most people will quit on themselves. They're so easily put off. The moment it gets tricky, they're like, you know what? I can't do this anymore, man. It's hard. You want the hardship, man. Yeah, it's uncomfortable, but it will change you. I always like referencing Jim Rohn when he says, set a goal to be a millionaire for what it will make of you to achieve it. Now, I get it. Not everybody necessarily cares about money in the same way, but set that goal regardless because it will change you as a man. So even if you don't hit 1 million or 2 million, you might hit 150, 200K, which is still miles better than 50K. Okay. And I don't want you just to focus on the money, of course. Focus on providing real value at what it is that you do, right? Whether it's cutting grass, whether it's creating furniture, designing clothes. Focus on being so great at what you do. Provide as much value to the marketplace as possible, and the money will come. But going back to what I was saying a minute ago, most people, man, they don't have the, how can I put it, man? They don't have the stamina. Oh, it's, no, I'm out. That's it. It's that easy for them to quit. Push through the pain. And one thing that helps push through the pain is to remember why you started. Why did you start? And when you actually revisit the reason, that can help you gain some more fuel to keep going. You know, I made a post on TikTok the other day saying that you need to remember that when you become a success, your family benefits from your success. Your partner will benefit from your success. And don't you want that? I mean, look, that's one of the most rewarding things in life is to make others around you, your loved ones, happy, relieve some of their stress, relieve some of the burden, especially our parents, man. If your parents are still alive, you're a very lucky man. And remind yourself of that every single day. You know what? My parents are alive. I need to make sure I become the best possible son in every aspect of my life. Physically, so that I'm in a position to take care of my family, God forbid, or protect them should anything ever go wrong. Spiritually, right? Emotionally, you got to be a strong man. Right? Financially, you got to be a strong man. Right? So that if anything ever goes wrong, you tell your family, guys, I'll take care of it. Okay? I'm not saying you become abused and exploited before somebody takes me out of context, because I get it. There's always one guy that's like, well, you're not just going to give all your money to your sister. I get it. But hear me out here. When you take care of you, those around you will benefit. You need to be the strongest and best version of yourself for the sake of those around you. This is what the world is missing right now. Strong men. Men have become cucked. They've become soft. They've become weak. Fathers are overweight. They got breasts bigger than their wives. Big bellies, beer bellies. They don't take care of their facial hair, of the hair on top of their head. They look awful. You know, nobody gives a shit anymore about themselves. And in doing so, your wife loses respect for you because you're not seeking to become better for the family. And also, your kids will look at you, especially if you're a fat man. There's no reason why you should be a fat parent, a fat father, because you put yourself in that predicament. And it starts with your health. Everything starts with your health. And just remember, everything affects everything. If you're out of shape, if you're morbidly obese, if you're 40 or 50% body fat, that is disgraceful. And I'm not going to be talking about body positivity on this channel because I don't believe in that bullshit. I'm not asking you to look like Ronnie Coleman in his prime or have 6% body fat all year round. That's not really sustainable. But for goodness sakes, there is no reason why you should be morbidly obese, have a fat face. You know you're fat when your face starts storing some of it. When you've got fat on your forehead, it's coming out of the side of your face, your nose is chubby, your eyes just sink into your face, they disappear almost. There is no reason why you should get to that stage. And you need to look at yourself. Look, even if you've gained 8 kilograms of fat, 10 kilograms, you need to treat yourself like you're obese. You need to look yourself in the mirror and be like, damn, that's unacceptable. In a constructive manner, not in a manner of, oh, I guess I gotta just jump off a bridge now. No, I don't want you to be sad about it and eat more fucking food, right? I want you to look in the mirror and be like, you know what? Unacceptable. Because you care about yourself. And when your kids see that, or even your siblings, if you don't have kids yet, when your siblings see that, damn, my brother is out there in shape, he's hitting the gym, he's practicing jujitsu, he's boxing a few times a week, they look up to you. If you're in a relationship with a woman, she sees that you're taking care of your body, that's attractive, that's sexy. Right? So it starts with your health, man. Look at most people in America and in Europe right now. When I say most people, I'm talking specifically to the men here, but I mean, there's a lot of obese women, but most men in Europe and the US are obese now. I was saying this to a friend the other day. When we walk about, it's very rare when you walk around in public that you see a dude that looks in shape. Now, I know it's hard to tell when people are wearing clothes, but most of the guys that I see are visibly fat. You can see it when they're wearing a shirt, belly's just hanging out. And I look back at some of my older photos. And by the way, I'm not shifting any of the accountability to somebody else. I'm accountable to myself. I said this to myself back in November of last year. I was like, Ali, man, you've been going to the gym for a few years, but look at you. You've got some fucking breasts going on. Your face is a bit chubby. You need to do something about this, man. So I decided to never be that guy again. I looked in the mirror and I said, that's it. I'm never going to see that again, ever. And I was speaking to a friend about this on the phone today. I was telling him how, like, man, I don't even recognize pictures of myself from a few months ago. Right? So the good news is things can change, and they can change very quickly. If you make a decision that, you know what, going forward, I'm going to be taking my health very seriously. I'm not going to say next week, next month, because motherfucker ain't going to happen. If you keep saying next this, next that, you're going to be a fat bastard a year from now. That's just the reality, man. Right? So you got to make a conscious decision, right? It starts immediately. Jim Rohn used to say, act whilst the intention is hot. When you get that feeling of, sometimes at 3 a.m., we all get that sort of rush of motivation, right? Damn, I need to change my life, man. Yeah, sustain that. Remember what commitment is, guys. Commitment is staying true to what you said you were going to do long after the mood in which you said it has left. So just because you're excited right now, great, I'm happy for you. But maintain that level of excitement 2 weeks from now, a month from now. Okay? I found out my ex has been giving slaps to guys whilst I was in a relationship with her. I wanted to end myself. Well, listen, man, it's a reflection of her, not you. It's her loss, brother. It will catch up to her, believe me. Bad decisions will catch up to everybody. You can't be making bad decisions for years and years and years and get away with it. That applies to your health. If you just keep eating shit, if you keep hooking up with random people. Guys, there's nothing cool about that. And I want to make it clear on this channel, man. Hookup culture is a bunch of bullshit. The consequences far outweigh the pros. You could get some random person pregnant that you're not even attracted to, but you were horny one day and you thought, she'll do, right? Now you're the father of a kid that you didn't want. You could get accused of, and you could be innocent, but nobody's going to believe you. You're the man, right? And I know people that this has happened to them. Everything was consensual, but this person decided, you know what? I'm going to fuck this guy's life up. I'm telling you, man, hookup culture is just a bunch of bullshit, man. Stay away from it. Work on yourself as a man, improve yourself. I'm not saying avoid women altogether. Of course not. But hooking up with people, you're just trying to fill a void. you feel empty inside, and you're trying to find a new person on a regular basis to try and fill that void. Now you fill that void by finding your purpose. Okay, after God, you need to find a life's mission, a career that will bring you fulfillment. That's what you need, fellas. That fulfillment is far more long lasting than hooking up, rubbing your willy with somebody else's, genitalia, right? Stay away from that, man. Believe me. Reject degeneracy and embrace the teachings of God. Okay? Ali, I saw a quote: if men aren't conquering something, they might as well be dead. Well, look, I'll tell you this: men need something to do. We want to feel useful. We want to feel like, oh, damn, I'm improving at this. You know, that's why if you take a man's work away from him, he often feels like, damn, I've got nothing to live for anymore. I've got nothing to do. I know a lot of guys will joke around and say, man, I'd love to be a stay-at-home dad. No, you wouldn't. After a while, if your wife's rich and you're at home and you're taking care of the kids, after a while, you're going to feel pathetic, man. You're going to feel like, what am I doing, man? I'm wiping the kitchen top and, cleaning around the house. That's not what I'm meant for. Right? So we need something that will bring us a sense of fulfillment. And we need to know, okay, I'm improving at this every single week. Simon Beta, who are you talking to? Me? The thing is, bro, I felt love for the first time with this girl that cheated. How will I find someone as pretty as... Bro, listen, man. You're just worried about looks. There are many, many beautiful women out there, man. Many, many beautiful women. Believe me, she ain't the only one. Look, you've got a scarcity mindset right now. You believe, oh my God, I'm never going to replace, because you don't believe in you. When you believe in you, you know you can attract anybody. I'm not concerned because I know I'm the real deal. I'm not worried. And to add to that as well, looks are no longer the only thing that I look for. When you're young and you're horny, right? Looks are everything to you. But as you get older, you realize, you know what, man? Having somebody around me with great energy, somebody who is kind, affectionate, respectful, somebody that is invested in a long-term project, in wanting to build a family with me, in wanting to have my children, in developing our relationship with God together. That is far more meaningful than just, oh, she's pretty. Of course, looks matter to an extent. You got to be attracted to this woman. But believe me, man, he ain't the only thing. Hassan says, I hope this isn't too personal, but I see you as an Islamic guy. How would one get better at communicating with women within the limits? Well, I mean, look, man, dating apps are terrible, really. Social media has opened the doors, don't get me wrong. I mean, Instagram is essentially the biggest dating app in the world. So if there's somebody that you're interested in, you could message her on Instagram. The issue is obviously a lot of these girls, you can't just message them for the first time and say, I want to get your dad's number and marry you. So one way that a lot of Muslim families do it is by word of mouth. So essentially asking people whether or not there's somebody who is looking to get married, and then the word spreads, and then photos are exchanged. Oh, she's pretty, and you get to know each other that way. I mean, that's one avenue. But social media, I mean, you could do it through social media. You could talk for a while, and then you could tell her, hey, listen, this is what I want. And obviously set your expectations from the get-go. But make sure you're in a place where you're ready before you do that as well. Because if you're not in a place where you're actually ready to make the commitment and get married, then don't waste this girl's time. You know what I mean? Ali looking sharp even in bedtime hours. Come on, man. You know me, bro. Always. I have terrible consistency. I always fall back to my old habits and it makes me extremely depressed. Okay, so there's clearly something right there that's deviating your focus. You need to identify what that thing is. Okay. And set smaller goals as well. The reason why a lot of people can't keep that consistency going is because they set enormous goals, which is a good thing to do, but it also does overwhelm a lot of people. Now they're daunted by the size of this task that they decide not to do anything. I mean, that's how it was for me. If I set a goal that's so big, sometimes it'll overwhelm me. So I need to break it down into small bite-sized goals. Every day in this journal, I write down 3 things that I intend on doing. Just 3 things. 3 things. It could be hit the gym, go to jujitsu, record a video, or trade the market in the morning. I mean, in no specific order, but I'm just giving you an idea, right? 3 or 4 things, non-negotiables that I have to do. Slowly, brick by brick, the building will go up. But if you're like, oh my God, I got to build Burj Khalifa, man, I got to build the Empire State Building, you're going to overwhelm yourself. Take it day by day, bro. You said in the past that you've been in a relationship. How did you go about that? Was the Islamic approach a concern of yours at the time? Well, I mean, obviously, it was something that was on my mind. And the person I was involved with, I definitely wanted to do good by her and obviously make sure that everything was done the right way. So, look, it didn't work out in the end. But of course, I spoke to her father at the time and, tried to move things forward the right way because I'm a gentleman. I'm a man's man. I don't want to do shit behind, the father's back. And that's not me. I don't want the father to one day bump into me and her and be like, who the fuck's this guy? Why don't you tell me about this guy? I'm not a coward, Now, I get it. If a girl meets you for the first time in her life, she ain't going to be like, come meet my dad. Here's my dad, right? But if you've been talking for a while and she expects you to, or she tells you, you need to speak to my dad, do it. Don't be, oh no, it's too soon. No, if you like this girl, and look, you'll never fully know until you live with somebody. There's always that element of risk. That's just the truth, man. There's always an element of risk. I think a lot of guys are looking for absolute certainty that she is the right woman. I mean, you can be very sure, but you can't really be absolutely certain until you actually get married and spend some years together, right? That's okay, man. Don't look, that fear will be there, but it's okay. And stop watching these damn red pill podcasts that will talk a bunch of shit about marriage and never get married, man. They just want you to hook up with random strangers, collect STDs, impregnate random people. That's not a good life, man. I swear every time I speak to women, I just lose every single time. It's like I have a curse. Bro, never say that. Never say that, man. See, this is why you're continuing to lose because you're speaking shit like this. Look, never speak ill of yourself. The warrior within listens to the words that you utter and is either strengthened by them or weakened by them. If you start saying things like, man, I'm always broke, I'm always this, I guarantee you will continue to run into difficult times. If you say women don't like me, women find me ugly, I guarantee you they will continue to find you ugly and be repulsed by you. Be careful with what you say, man. Look, I'm not saying lie to yourself, but be like, you know what? I could do with a bit of work. I could get in shape. I could learn how to speak more confidently. I could take care of my appearance a little bit better. I could wear nicer clothes. I could smell nicer. Right? But don't be speaking derogatory things out loud about yourself, man. Don't engage in self-deprecating humor as well with your friends. Don't take the piss out of yourself to make your friends laugh. Have some self-respect, man. The day Ali creates a book, it's game over for bookshops. They'll all sell out. Well, you guys better buy it, man. That's all I'm saying. If I can get 10 sales at least, I'll be happy. Can you bring Sam to the podcast one day? I want to hear about his training. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. We've already spoken about this, me and him. So very, very soon. I'm gonna be honest, bro. You remind me a lot of Tristan Tate because of the suits, yeah. Alhamdulillah, I watch red pill vids, but I'm able to decipher for myself which things are beneficial. Marriage is still one of my main lifetime goals, and I can't wait to get married and have kids. Good man, good man. As long as you're able to filter out the good advice from the bad advice, that's how it should be. And I actually learned this from Jim Rohn. And this is how I want you guys to approach my content as well. Take what you like and leave what you don't like. I'm not a prophet. You can listen to me and you can disagree. You are entitled to do so. You know, how do you grow good hair? What the hell was that? Um, Good hair. I mean, listen, man, eat good. Don't use shampoo on your hair every day because shampoo has loads of toxic chemicals that will make your hair dry and fall out. Can you bring Ice Cold JT on your podcasts? I think I've seen a couple of his vids before. Why not, man? Why not? I want to really get this podcast to a whole new level. So as soon as it's launched and I've got a few guests in, I think it will gain momentum. Amazing, brother. Amazing, man. I'm glad to hear that, Hassan. Smashing it, bro. So yeah, guys, be careful with what you say about yourself, man. Don't be talking a bunch of shit. Oh, I'm always forget that sad boy shit, man. Speak good words. I'm a believer in keeping it real with yourself, definitely. You know. However, do not speak negatively of yourself ever. Man, Ali and Ice Cold crossover epic. Yeah, why not, man? I'll get these guys into some suits. You know what I'm saying? I find it difficult to speak in large groups of people and be more of a leader. I'm normally quite an introverted guy. Is this a bad thing or is it okay to be more chill? Well, I mean, listen, man, if you want to say something, say it. If you're in a group of people and there's something that you really want to say, don't be like, well, maybe they don't really care about what I have to say. No, say it. Oh, yeah, guys, also, let me add this. That makes the conversation exciting as well. People have different perspectives. Now, if you're around people that, say some negative shit to you when you voice your opinion, then they're the wrong people to be around. But if you're around some good friends or a large group, don't be afraid of voicing your opinion. Because you know what? You might have 3 or 4 people agree with you about something. And then, that validates what you said. And that feels good, when people sort of share a common belief and they acknowledge what you have to say. But look, if you're anxious when it comes to being in social situations, you've got to put yourself in more social situations. Repetition is key, man. If you're in your room all year and you don't ever go outside, you don't ever meet people, then you're going to be an awkward motherfucker. You will be. That's just the truth, man. Dandruff advice. Well, listen, a lot of it has to do with the hair products that you use. But also, I would say if you're, there needs to be a fine balance between cleaning your hair. Because the thing is, look, you don't want to be that guy who uses shampoo in your hair every day. That's bad. But also, you don't want to be that guy that only uses it once a month. Because the oils in your hair can become excessive. If you barely wash your hair, I mean, if we're talking about once a month, then the oils will accumulate. You're going to have an itchy scalp. Or at least you'll start getting spots at the back of your head potentially. can't catch a break. What do you mean, brother? Why do you say that? You wash your hair and it stinks. Do you wash it with shampoo or just water? You might have to experiment, guys, with a shampoo that works for you. Okay, maybe change the shampoo, bro. And look, a lot of you guys need to get checked up by a doctor as well. I can only say so much, but maybe you actually have a condition, especially if it's been persisting for quite some time. Also, one thing I would say for those that have an itchy scalp is if you sweat a lot and then you go to sleep and not wash your hair, that can cause spots to accumulate on your head. And if they dry, the spots dry, they start flaking and it becomes very uncomfortable. So if your hair is wet with sweat, then you got to wash it, man. I think you asked that same question the other day, Adib. Obviously, it's important to understand how women gain pleasure in a bedroom, right? Understanding a woman's body, right? The anatomy. That's very important, man. Obviously, I gave you guys a gem the other night about making sure that you take your time with foreplay. You know, a lot of guys, 2 pumps, done. But make sure that you pleasure your woman, of course. Is it true that if you eat healthier, less carb, sugary foods, your skin, hair, and of course, man, what you eat, what you put into your body will reflect on the outside. You know, I used to have terrible skin because of what I was eating. And then when I sorted out my food, my skin improved drastically. What's your favorite meal? Look, man, I'm not a picky eater whatsoever. You know, I eat pretty much everything, but I like a good medium rare steak with some nice sweet potato fries, some mushrooms. Beautiful. Tips on low confidence for short guys under 5'6". Listen, your height, you can't change. I only worry about things that I can change, such as my weight, for example, my appearance as a whole, you know, what I wear, how I smell, right? My finances, things like that, right? Your height, you can't control. And so what I want you to do is don't be insecure about it. Don't focus on the fact that you're shorter than 5'6". You know what? It is what it is. I'm a 5'5" king. I'm a short king. Embrace it, man. Even laugh about it. Who cares? If you're a good looking guy and you're doing well for yourself, look, even if you're 5'5", you'll still attract a high quality woman. No, there are going to be some women that aren't really going to look towards you, and that's fine. There are women that won't look towards you if you were 6 foot. You know, not every woman is for you. There are women that will say things like, "Oh, if a guy is shorter than 6'4", then I don't want him." You know, and they're usually like 4'11", those girls. And so, look, man, you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea, as we say here in England. It is what it is. But don't be talking about it as if, you know, that's it. You're doomed to be single forever and nobody's ever going to love you. No, man. Don't be saying that. Ali, how can I start pulling American blonde girls? I'm a 6 foot. Oh, I'm a 6 out of 10 guy, UK. Why American blonde girls specifically? Well, look, man, if you want to attract beautiful women as a whole, take care of yourself as a man. Honestly, man, this is to all the guys here, regardless of your height. The more you improve yourself, the more attractive you will be to women. That's just the way it is. You know, beauty is a woman's currency. And as men, we need to make ourselves, and of course, we have the burden of performance. We need to perform. We need to get better. If you're a broke, fat dude, of course you're not going to attract a beautiful woman. That's just the harsh reality of life. But if you take care of your body, you get in shape, you start working on your career and really making sure that you're refining your craft, you're getting better at it, you're making more money, well, then more and more women are going to notice you. You're able to travel more often. When you travel, you bump into this woman, you get speaking with her. I mean, there are so many possibilities, guys. Bro, how can I get a positive mindset? I am negative. See, you're negative because you're saying that. Once again, stop saying that. If you say, I am negative, you're affirming that and you're going to feel like shit. Okay? If there's something that you know you need to address, then address it immediately. Jordan Peterson talks about the concept of cleaning your room, right? Now, a lot of you guys are probably like, well, why clean your room? Give me something else, man. That's a bit basic. Remember what I said earlier? Everything affects everything. If your room is a mess, the reality is the rest of your life is probably a mess, right? Your car is a mess. Your health is a mess. Your decisions in other aspects of your life, right? So everything affects everything. Remember that, man. Stop saying I'm negative. No, if there's something you can change it. You're not a bloody victim, man. Don't ever decide to be a victim because it's a decision. I mean, we see it a lot with people on social media. Some people just enjoy being victims. They'll post sad quotes all the time. They'll post about how they're always exploited and men are trash or women are trash or whatever. People like that love being victims. You give them advice and they won't do anything with it. They're called ask holes. They ask for advice and they don't do anything with it. Right? Ali, I'm 18 and I still don't have a full grown beard. Listen, and with facial hair, it's genetics, right? But some people get their facial hair a little bit later than 18. You're still a baby, man. You're 18, bro. Some people, my beard came in at probably like 23. So don't worry about that, bro. And look, if you can only grow a mustache and, some chin hair right here, then embrace a nice goatee. Do not pursue the butterfly, build the garden to attract it. Boom. There you go. Very nicely summarized, brother. Depression for men comes from not pursuing their purpose. Ali, were you a Jeffrey or Adonis? Is that a Hamza statement, yeah? Look, I know he labels it in his own way, but I wasn't always the kind of guy that I am right now. And look, I'm not where I want to be yet. So in 5 years, I'll probably look back at these videos that I've created and be like, wow, man, look at how much more progress I've made. So you're always in a constant state of improvement. Ali, are you still doing the podcast? Yes, sir. Like I said earlier, man, I've just been doing a lot of things recently, working on my day trading course, addressing a few things as well, my personal life. So it's been a bit busy, but definitely the podcast is going to be launched very, very soon. Well, guys, listen, I'm going to head off right now. Today was a nice, short, sweet live. Appreciate you all. Make sure you follow me on Instagram as well if you haven't already, Ali_Ben-Hariz. And TikTok already as well if you haven't followed me there. And yeah, guys, if you want to find out more about the day trading course that I've released, check it out. The link is in my Instagram and TikTok bio. I was going to say Twitter there. I also have a Twitter, by the way. Follow me on Twitter, Ali Ben-Hariz. So yeah, guys, peace and love. Appreciate you all. And I'll probably go live again tomorrow at some point. So take care, my brothers. Speak soon.